Hey guys, welcome to the Voyage. Also, take a look, just 3 seconds before I started recording this, we got a Tier 2 starbase. Yay! Hi folks, in this episode of the Voyage I'm actually going to cover aspects of the Foundry system. Now it is important to note that I do not ever intend to produce any Foundry tutorials, and I'm actually fairly new to using the Foundry myself. But I wanted you to meet my Foundry creator character. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce her name. It was randomly generated. I just pretty much quickly clicked through, so it's everything that was default. So female, beta Z. I only gave her traits that I had to choose. So, as you can see, she's very low level. You're not allowed to play with her, except for to test your Foundry missions. You used to be able to play them, but not anymore. Alright, I'll go into here. This can take a while, so see you on the other side. Alright, now we are in the Foundry. One thing I like about the Foundry is there's not too much background noise in it. But, you know, by default, I created one specially for this video. I called it The Voyage. You can reset, you can change the project name, what language it is, what alliance you have. It is actually telling me that my character does not meet the project alliance requirements. So, since I have 3 extra character slots, I can create a Klingon character. A Foundry character does take up a character slot. And then now you have pretty much 2 description boxes. One of them is public. This is actually what appears when you're searching for it. It'll appear on the right hand side. So this is the description. You have a 1,000 character limit. And this is pretty much a private author note. Let's say I needed to do something. I could do create this. This is actually for people like me who don't go into the Foundry all the time, and it was very helpful when the Foundry was offline for over a month that I had stuff in the private author notes so that I was able to see what I was working on when the Foundry went down. One cool thing I like about the update is you can actually do create maps from here. You can go in here, drag it in, and there you go. You now got a missing map. Come into here, partially created, and you can finish creation. Whereas in before, you had to create your map and your costumes before you were actually able to work on the story. So let's create a map. We said it was a space map, so we could do a custom map or we could do one that's pre-made. I'll do a Borg region. I'll do Quattro Sigma, this one. Oops, I forgot to specify a name. The Voyage STF map. A real quick helpful hint for the Foundry is to have a mouse with a scroll wheel. Usually for most of the game I use a touchpad that comes on my laptop, but the Foundry I find that I have to zoom in a lot, and the scroll wheel helps a lot more. I can modify where you spawn. If you want to see how the map looks before you start it, you can go play map. Alright, don't be surprised if that actually takes a while to load. Alright, this is pretty much what's currently in the map. Let's see what it shows here. So I see an object actually way out there, so I'm gonna go see what that is. And as you're previewing a map, you can see you could do untargetable. I use this when I want to look around to make sure all the NPCs are positioned right. God mode, which is to make you invincible. This is for when you have missions that involve the Borg or other harder than you enemies. And then you have normal, which is pretty much you're acting like a normal person. I can instantly kill a target, reset the map. So this is what is used as Unimatrix 0 in one of my favorite Foundry authors. His name is Captain Revo, and he does a Foundry mission is called the worst of all worlds. It's actually a play on the best of both worlds, but you go into an alternate dimension. So yeah, he uses something that looks very similar to this as a unicomplex above Earth. There's a Borg planet. And for people wondering, before Season 5, the STFs were different. They were remixed for Season 5 so that they had space and ground missions. So I'm going to return to Editor now. Yes, you heard the transporter go off in the background a little bit. Oops. I'm going to create a Borg battleship, which is usually a cube. Turn him around so he faces the character. Now, one update that I like is you have different kind of combat abilities. Legacy combat is the old one. Back before Season 6 came out, no enemy battleship used their special powers, or some of them did. But it really wasn't too much. Now you can have it for like chat, timid creature, and then true combat. The NPC is capable of executing powers and will fight until death or leash. Legacy combat, you can set wander, chat, and animation behaviors, which they will do until they enter combat. So I'll do true combat. The Foundry is still fairly limiting. You can now duplicate, I like that. Alright, I'll choose a Starfleet Lieutenant Science Human. Which I don't know where they got human from, because he does not look human to me. He will need text. This is pretty much what you hail, and it comes up, so I'll just say, oops, start the mission. This is for mission info. It's like a yellow box. I'm sorry, a green box. This is the mission. And then out of character, this is used for like describing to the character what will come up. Say it's in beta, so I'll do beta info. You will fight the Borg. We will leave from the most common area to execute this is usually in the Sirius sector block out of Wolf 359. You cannot choose Earth. You can choose Science Officer. You just really need to put something in here usually. This is text. And as you can see down here, it gives you 2 tasks need to be done. I make it a habit to hit the save button a lot just because the Foundry used to have problems. Must add an objective. So this enemy we will have to kill is a Borg squadron. Mission text. Fight the Borg cube. And text must be filled in here, so whoops. Fight the Borg cube. And we could play from the beginning of the story. I did not create any custom characters just because they're pretty simple.
My friend.
Alright, we go here, we can go to next map, because I didn't set a text for that. Oh, typo. Good thing I'm going to delete this after, whoops, after this video goes up and is done recording. It usually takes a while to load the next set of maps, so see you when it's finished loading. Alright, here we are in the new map that we created. The only thing I don't like is usually the objective is in this little itty bitty circle. But they're working on that, at least they say. I'll turn it on God mode just because the cube would otherwise destroy me. I have all basic stuff that comes on your vessel except for whatever dropped. Alright, since it's going to take a while, I will just cut straight to combat. Alright, here's the cube less than 15 kilometers away. I will start combat. As you can see, they hit me with a shield neutralizer, but I won't actually get hurt by anything on God mode.
Target shield has failed.
Actually, the new combat system will make a lot of the Foundry missions a little harder, but if you have an old-fashioned Foundry mission, you will be on Legacy Combat, so that's actually pretty good. I'm done with this. Well, since I got a tactical console, I'll equip it. Oh. The only thing I don't like about the Foundry is this is pretty much the only way to build up your characters, whatever drops. But a lot of people have one character slot that they just use for Foundry missions, and they delete their old character when they want to create a new faction mission. After you have everything finished, you can save and publish. But pretty much the main changes is they've added more ability to edit your actual NPC contacts. More behaviors, and pretty much the ability, oh wait, yeah, that was right, to add maps in the storyboard right here. Alright, so I hope you liked my quick and dirty look at the Foundry. My interview with my fleet mate has been postponed. Pretty much we're having trouble getting times together, as she lives in the UK, so she's about a 4 or 5 hour difference from me. So yeah. Also, we might be changing topic on our interview, as she has told me that I've covered her point of view pretty well. But we might still talk about it. I do plan to talk a little bit about Stowe with her, see how she gets it. She's actually a fairly new player to the game. She's only been playing for a few months, so I want to get a new player's perspective on this game. Anyway. Yeah, so till then. Oh, next week, if I manage to acquire the money, I will get the new Regent class battle cruiser, the Sovereign refit. I don't know if I'll get it next week or in a few weeks, but it's actually the first vessel that Stowe has come out with that's been on top of my I want it list. So, the Odyssey, even though I got it the week it came out, I'm sorry, the week after it came out, it was still didn't have anything top my ooh, I need it now list. So, yay! Till next time. Have a nice day.